All right, so I'm going to show you guys how to create a what looks like a neon glowing light in your images, and I'm going to use this image of John Krasinski, aka Jim from The Office. You're going to use one of your portrait images. I like the way it looks in black and white. It doesn't have to be black and white, but a nice simple background, whether it's in a studio or not, is going to look good. So we're going to use this tool over here called the pen tool that we haven't really used at all yet, where we're actually going to create an image. So you can see in the little preview here. You can create paths, you can create shapes, and so we're actually going to create a shape rather than a path or a selection. So to do that, click on the pen tool and then come up here and make sure that we're on shape. Okay. Then with fill, we're going to make sure we're on the no sign. We don't want to fill. And then with stroke, because we are making the outline of a shape, we want this to be white. So if white isn't an option here, then you come over to the grayscale and it should be the very first one. Okay. Now mine's set at 15 pixels right now, and that's what I think you should be able to use as well. But we'll see once I'm just going to make a triangle. This first one's going to go across his head, then down over this shoulder, and then connect back up here to complete that shape. This is way thicker than I want it to be. So I'm going to come up here to the pixel size, drag it down. I'm going to make mine about 5 is what looks good for mine. Keep it nice and thin. That'll look good. Okay. So with my triangle shape, I'm going to double click on the layer. All right, and I'm going to go to the outer glow. So yours will probably start out as white, if anything, or it might be transparent, but that's where you can come and choose the color that you want. So I'm going to go with a bluish color. So again, you can come right here and choose your color for that glow. And then you can kind of choose the opacity, screen, all that kind of stuff. So we want this to be in a screen mode because if it's in normal, it's a little bit darker. We're going to be screen so that it fades in and out really nice and soft. Opacity is how see-through it is. So bringing that down here a little bit more, yeah, about 25 will be good. No noise, we don't want that. And so spread, let's see, size we can keep up to about 35, 40. And then spread, we don't want it to be down there. We want it spread to be more like, yeah, 15 or 20. Nice soft glow. Okay, so we've got that going there. Click OK. Actually, before we click OK, we can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Now we're going to go to the inner glow. Okay, so it looks red there. We want it to match. So we're going to go use that blue color again. Again, you can do any color you want. This is just making a match. We want the blending mode on this one to be multiply. All right, opacity at 35%, noise at 0, and then we want the choke and the size to be way down as well. We don't want there to be a huge inner glow there. We just want just a nice little bit to make that light look like make this bar look like it's a neon light. Okay, so we got the glow that we want. Now we want it to be something that we can kind of erase and make it look like it's wrapping around our subject. So I'm going to right click, convert to smart object, and then I'm going to add a mask. Okay, so now I've got a mask on here and I can use the eraser and I'm going to make it look like he's going behind his head. So mask, eraser, make sure the background color is black. So I just swap those so the background color is black. And then I come in here and I can erase this glow and this light from in front of him. So it looks like it's going behind there. Need a little bit of a smaller brush, maybe around the hair. And it looks like, that's not going to work. I didn't like how that looks. So we want to be real careful. And if we need to have a softer edge, we can come over here, have a softer edge for things like the hair. And then we want to make it look like it's going behind here as well, behind his hand. So we can do this right there. So now it looks like not only do we have a neon light, but it is wrapping around our subject because we were able to erase those using our mask layer. All right, so do this with the portrait photo, have a nice little glow, play around with the shapes and colors to your desire.